Years ago, I was in $60,000 of credit card debt. So I'll tell you exactly how that happened because I also never thought that I would get there. And it really does happen kind of fast. So the number one factor for me was the fact that I had so much anxiety and shame around money that I would actively avoid my finances. Like I couldn't even look at my bank account, let alone sit down and make a budget. So all this in money advice and how to get yourself out of debt and whatever was kind of irrelevant to me because if I couldn't even get myself to the computer to like open my bank account, I couldn't do the rest of it. And because I didn't have a budget and was avoiding my finances, it was really easy for me to not know how much I was spending month to month on like subscriptions and various expenses that you accumulate over time. Plus, this was like the worst mental health period of my life. So my ADHD was rearing its ugly head and I was impulse spending. I also just had a very nihilistic attitude of like, it doesn't even matter, whatever, I'll just deal with it later. But the thing that you don't realize when you first start getting into credit card debt is how quickly the interest compounds over time. And this is how you can go from having like 8,000 in credit card debt to 27,000 or 60,000 or whatever it is, because all of your cash is now going to two things. It's going to rent, maybe a few different utilities payments that you can't put on a credit card. It's going to your minimums, right? And your minimums on your credit cards are growing every single month, even if you don't put a single new charge on that credit card. So when all of your cash is going to your credit card minimums or even paying off a little bit more than your minimums to try to like get ahead, you're still having to put a lot of your purchases on credit cards because you're out of cash. So that combined with the money avoidance to me was this perfect storm of like, I just didn't know how quickly debt would accumulate once it started. Like once the ball started rolling, it gets away from you really fast. So the question is not how does someone end up with that much debt? The question is like, what are the patterns that got you into debt in the first place and that are keeping you from dealing with the debt? Because those are going to be the same patterns that turn this into like a wildfire that spreads really quickly.
Such a great point, right? Understanding the reasons why. Are we using this as kind of a coping mechanism? Is this retail therapy? Have we just developed some level of an addiction to the impulsivity of spending? Understanding what is driving the purchasing in the first place. I've been in all of those situations myself. I've been a consumer because it was therapeutic. I've stress purchased. I have been addicted to shopping. All of these things are a reality, whether you have money or not. I mean, look, I could have done a lot more investing had I not taken money and unnecessarily purchased things that, frankly, I don't even remember I own. So I had to address that. And a lot of that even came very early this year. I went on another spending spree at the end of last year and built myself this woodworking shop, got every tool I could possibly imagine. Half those tools I still haven't learned how to use yet. There's a huge learning curve on this stuff, and there's a safety factor. I don't want to mess up and cut my hand off. So I get a little out of control. When I do something, I want to go big. I can relate to anybody that's in that situation, and I really love her advice. I also think she brings up another good point that it can be really overwhelming. I think sometimes ignorance is blissful. So not building a budget and not having to look at where every dollar is going can offer this sense of out of sight, out of mind. However, I cannot emphasize strongly enough how empowering it can be for you to just simply start the process of building a budget. Even if it isn't pleasant to look at, even if you're worried about what you're going to see, get online, find a budgeting tool that works for you. We offer one for free here on this channel. There's no strings attached. You can download it at cashflowcruncher.com. It's an active worksheet. I will say that, it's not always easy to get in and manually input that information. However, I will also back the process of having a spreadsheet that requires that manual effort versus maybe one of the other budgeting apps that interfaces and simply imports all of your spending transaction history for you because it just forces you to take a longer look at it. I will manually sit with a calculator. It sits right here on my desk, and I will calculate every single trip to the gas station. I add it up and I put that total into my cash flow cruncher, and I do that multiple times per month because I have multiple spreadsheets. I have a separate one for my businesses. I have a separate one for my household. So personal fuel is calculated and put into my personal spreadsheet, and the same goes for the businesses. So those are steps that, take a little longer, can be a little tedious. It just isn't that time consuming. So it's hard for me to feel sorry for you to put in that extra effort because I do it myself and I do it regularly. I'm in my spreadsheets multiple times a week. And if you keep up with it, it's really just a 5 or 10 minute trip to the computer every now and then to just really make sure that you're fully aware of what's going on. We've said it on this channel from the beginning. Knowledge is power. And if you do this and you get past that initial anxiety of it being overwhelming, of it being something that's scary, something that's ugly, and you start working towards your goals, look, you can't change what it is. It is what it is, regardless of whether you're looking at it or not. It's like a cavity. Me avoiding going to the dentist because I'm terrified of dentists, which is true, doesn't mean the cavity is going away. In fact, the problem is only going to grow. So addressing it now versus waiting until 2 months from now, when you're still going to be anxious about it and you're still going to be overwhelmed and it's still going to be ugly, just means it'll be less ugly today than it will be in a couple of months. You have to be aware in order to make a change. You cannot change what you do not acknowledge. A couple comments on this one. This is exactly it. At about 40,000 right now, and I recognize the results, but my fixed expenses are 3,500 a month because of minimums. That person's going to have a tricky time getting out from underneath their balances, depending on what their income is. That's tough. 3,500 a month in fixed expenses. Now, obviously, that might include some rent or a mortgage payment or a car payment, but that starts to add up really quickly. Hopefully there's a dual income household involved in that or a really strong income. Paid off all my debt, and now I don't go without spending more than $500 on my credit card and immediately pay it off. I do too. I pay off my balances in full every single day, not just every month, every day. One of the first things I do in the morning before I even get out of bed is I go into my bank accounts and I pay off my balances on my revolving credit cards. And I have done that now for over 10 years. So it's one of the most refreshing and exciting ways of starting the day is just realizing that you're beating the banks at their own game. And guess what? I have the same 25 to 30% interest rates attached to those credit cards. And yet for the last 10 years, this is the grand total of how much interest I've paid on credit cards. Absolutely nothing. My credit cards are always 0% because they're paid in full every single month. If you carry a balance into the next month, you'll start to pay on interest. So don't do that. We don't believe in paying interest, guys. But guys, things can run away from you, okay? That's the moral of all of these types of reaction videos is trying to learn from other people's mistakes, learn from other people's successes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have lots of videos on here, not just people that are struggling, people who have done very strategic things to get themselves into a better situation. It's all free. Download the Cashflow Cruncher. That's cashflowcruncher.com. Download your own copy of it. Free spreadsheet. I use it religiously. I've been using it religiously for over 15 years and it's barely changed at all over that amount of time. It is a fantastic tool. Drop a like on this video if you like these kind of reaction videos. We want to do more of them because I think there's a lot to learn in other people's stories. Until we see you on the next one, make it a great day today and keep on cash flowing.